So, hello everyone. We are live now. We are streaming on YouTube and we have a call going on with some invited people who are experienced either in Terraform exam or in Terraform in general. We will try to keep for questions our Google stream, Google chat in the Google stream. So if you have any questions, please don't spam there. Don't say like anything what is irrelevant. We have moderation going on as well, but we don't want to really use these options. Just you can say hi for now. Maybe you can also shout out where you're from in the Google in the YouTube chat. So I will start. Hi from Nuremberg, Germany. It's just to let other people who are just trying to tune in right now, just give them a couple of minutes of time to join the stream, to join the call. Okay. One important thing before we start, or as we start, I will share one PowerPoint which I will go through. We'll have several people presenting today and sharing their experience. Okay, let me just share the link in the stream right now. This is the PowerPoint which we will be which we will use to kick off this study group, study session, study hall, however you call it. Okay. I want also to greet everyone in the call right now who are in the room, who will be sharing the experience. Hi guys, you can just unmute yourself and just say hi so that we know who are in the call right now. Yes, Vlad, I feel you want to say something.
Yes, hi. I have no experience, but I'm for moderating purposes in the call and try to help you guys to conduct this session. If I will see something interesting in YouTube chat, I will speak out in the call to make it your attention on this question. And rest of the attendees in the Google call, it's really people who have experience, I guess, because some of them passed exam way ago. Some of them just a couple of minutes, I would say, before our call started. So guys, tell hi and who are you, please?
Hi, Karen. Can you hear me?
Yes, Gurav, we can hear you. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on your time zone from where you are joining. So yes, my name is Gaurav Sadhwani, and before like 1.5 hours before, I've cleared Terraform exam, and I requested Karen to that I can definitely share my experience so that others who have joined today can definitely make use of it. So yes, I am one of the speaker here.
Yeah, hi Karan and hello guys. So myself Bharat Kumar. So I have cleared Terraform Associate certification today morning, and let me share my exam experience to you so that it will be useful for you for cracking the exam. So I'm the another speaker. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
Great. Pavan, you're next.
Hi, I'm Pavan Kumar Aleti. I'm based in UK at the moment. I've been working with Terraform little over 2.5 years now. I haven't really cleared the exam, but I'm here for any questions or any topic that you want to see. I'm here to help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ravi?
Hi, Kiran, and hi everyone. And I'm pretty much I was very happy to be here as part of this community, and I hope everyone is safe during the COVID pandemic. first of all. And also, I have cleared Terraform examination. I mean, I have not taken the exam after the general availability. So because I have taken the exam, I have taken the beta exams, and I have cleared. And almost I am the first person who have passed around my circle. So I have pretty much good hands-on on Terraform, as well as Terraform examination to clear the examination as well. So I'm pretty happy to help all of them, and I'll be more active in Slack community as well. So you can be and can get in touch with me. Yeah, that's all.
Great, thank you. We have also Shekhar in the call.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, Shekhar, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shekhar. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, a little bit early morning for me. It's 12 a.m. in here. I passed the Terraform exam last month. I am not expert in Terraform. I only have 6 months of experience in Terraform. But during my certificate preparations, I do basically brush up the things, what need to be done, who have the Terraform experience to pass the exam, and what need to be done, who doesn't have experience on Terraform at all. So I just like to share my experience. If the time is allowed, let's see how it goes.
Amazing, great. Thank you everyone for your introductions. Let me just continue now by sharing my screen. We will go quickly through the agenda, and this agenda is not set in stone. So basically, if we have some different demand, we can adapt it as we feel. Can you guys and girls see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, Karan.
Okay. So today we are at this Terraform Associate Certification Study Hall, and our community is called Cloud Study Network, and today is August 16th. FAQ before we go any further. I have been getting this kind of questions in the recent days, whether we will have any new vouchers for Terraform exams, Terraform certification released today. No, unfortunately, we don't have any permission and any arrangement with HashiCorp for the today's event. I mean, we just a few days ago we just more or less clarified all the previous requests, and it was a huge amount. We had more than 1,600 requests for vouchers, and by now pretty much everyone have to be served, have to receive their vouchers by now. If you have if you eligible for the voucher from the previous session 1 month ago, and haven't received or have some problems with your voucher, make sure to reach out to me or to Vladislav in either our Slack, our Discord, or our Telegram chat rooms, and we will try to help you. So yeah, today what we will do, we will concentrate more on how to prepare to successfully pass this exam. We have people who are non-eligible. We have people who just completed the exam today. So I'm pretty sure we will have a flow of very useful information. And feel free to ask questions. Vlad, please have a look at the YouTube, at the chat in the YouTube stream. Collect questions there, and feel free to ask our participants today.
Sure, I do. Okay, I'll do. Thanks a lot
Great.
for everyone who joined again, and special thanks for Shekhar, who is actually normally would sleep now probably, but especially came to share his experience. And for all of you guys, doesn't matter which time is it, you all with us today, and it's great. And thanks for all attendees. I think we have quite a lot. It's about 212 watching in YouTube. And it's probably even not the actual number. It's growing all the time. So really big amount of interesting.
Yeah, it just only shows this huge interest in this technology, in this company and in their products, what is really very nice. One thing I want to clarify also, everyone who already received the vouchers, the official statement was what we have heard from the second batch, which was sent out a few days ago, that you have to apply your voucher, and the stress on the word apply, by latest by August 24th, something around this date. If you want to go sure, go one or 2 days earlier. What I mean with apply, once you go and buy in quotation marks your certificate, because at the end it should be free for you who received the voucher. The system will allow you to book it and apply the voucher, so that it will be zero price for you at the end. But it doesn't mean you have to book your exam at the very same moment. So basically, you can apply your voucher, you can get the spot for this certificate. This slot will be already allocated to you without any specific date, because maybe by the August 24th, you will still have not make your mind when to take exam. But it's really important to already apply your voucher. Otherwise, by official wording, it will expire. I mean, it might not expire. I don't know, but it's a kind of risky zone. I wouldn't risk it. That's why I also suggest to already apply, maybe even today, tomorrow, just during the next days. I already applied my voucher, but I haven't booked exactly the date for the exam. Now let's talk a little bit about the date of the exam. From the official messaging, what I have heard from HashiCorp, we are supposed, everyone who attended the study hall last month and received the certificate by now, we are supposed to complete our certification by end of September. This is what I heard. Now, the booking system would actually allow you to book your exam at a later date than September 30th. So technically, you will be able to book later than September 30th. But then again, it could be a gray area. I cannot guarantee that at just one day before the exam, if you booked it in December of this year, HashiCorp will approach to you and say, like, what, your slot has expired already. So I'm not sure about it, but my recommendation would be, my personal recommendation, to take your exam before the September 30th. This is just my advice. If you guys in the call have anything to add to it, feel free to do it. Okay. Let's then move further. This is our raw agenda. You will find it in the document, in the PowerPoint document, which I shared with you. We have our speakers listed there. For some of the speakers, we have their LinkedIn profile linked also to their names. Feel free to connect with them. And also after the session, maybe you have a question or so, just to get in touch with these amazing guys. And for Bharat Kumar and Shekhar, we can also add later. This link to this PowerPoint will be available at all times after the session as well. And we will add some more information, including the LinkedIn profiles, if it's wished by our speakers, to everyone here. So this is the agenda for the 2 hours. Let's not lose more time on it. It's a raw agenda. It means it can be still changed along the way. One thing I want to share with everyone, and someone in our Slack channel shared this interesting information. This weekend, today is the latest day actually, Pluralsight has this campaign going on. It's called Free Weekend. You can, within these 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, today also, like until the end of the day, you will be able to take any courses on Pluralsight. The platform is basically open to you. You can complete the courses. You can also get the certificates, I guess, because normally at the end of each course, they would provide you their own certificates. by Pluralsight. And there is this 2 amazing courses by Ned Billevans called Terraform Getting Started and Deep Dive Terraform. I guess I have to turn off my Telegram, otherwise it's just a lot of traffic here. So yeah, what you have to do, go to this landing page of this campaign at the step 1, register using this promo page, and just put your name, put your email address. There will be no credit card, anything like this ask from you. So you don't have to provide any payment details. And then we have links to both courses here. Each of them is about 3.5 hours. You know what? You can take them and you still have time, because end of the day today, it's in mountain time. I converted it in Greenwich Mean Time, what makes August 17th, 6 a.m. So starting from now, we still have plenty of time to go and complete these courses, make notes, make screenshots for your own use, to save it for later. After this date, after this time, the platform will be turned off for you. So use this chance, and even if you have some other demands or some other wishes for other technologies, you can take another courses as well. This is what I'm doing today, actually. Like, I already completed my Terraform Getting Started, listened for 3.5 hours. And after the call today, I'm going to proceed with the deep dive. And Ned Billevans is a very knowledgeable person. You will see it on the next slides. From Ned Billevans and Adin Ermi, we have a special offer for our community for our today's event. It's a book to prepare for the Certified Associate exam and certification, like exactly what we want to achieve here. Usually the minimal price is about $15, but you will, as a member of this group, of this community, you will be able to get it for $5 using this special link, which is provided below. And this offer is till the end of this month. And you know what? We have 10 copies of this book provided to us for free, which we will distribute at the end of today's event. So if you will stay until the end, there will be a feedback form which you have to fill out. It's not that much information, just name, email, and your feedback to this event. It can be negative feedback. We want to have a honest feedback. So yeah. And we will have a raffle where 10 people at the end will get 10 copies, like each one will get 1 copy of this book for free. Okay, let's move on. There is a set of useful links which I put it together. The first bunch here, the first 3 links is other official resources, including sample questions. They will show you what kind of questions they have, what kind of options they provide there. True, false, multiple choice, or anything like this. You will see what to expect from the exam. And there is another instruction set from the question mark. Question mark is a company which actually runs this kind of certification exams for HashiCorp and for Terraform. So you will see all the details you need to know for the exam itself. And we have our own GitHub repository with all the useful links. You can find this link here as well, where you can go and see what we have there for you. But if you have some useful information for us, for our community, you can also contribute there, create a pull request, and we will review it and accept if it's a useful contribution. That's pretty much everything from my side for now. We have here our chat rooms, 3 chat rooms in different channels, and also our social media links. Follow us for the next events and everything. For now, I will stop sharing my screen, and we'll switch back to the call. Okay.
Folks, regarding the order of speakers, I would suggest that we will give the first word to Shekhar because it's too late in Melbourne, and then move on.
It actually makes sense, but otherwise I wanted to give Gurav the first run, but it's a special. Yeah, Gurav.
Karen, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with this.
It's fine. I can go
Shekhar can take it. Shekhar can take it. No issue.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No.
Before we go to Shekhar, Vlad, do you have any questions from the chat? Do we have any questions from?
Well, normally it's people asking for links of our channels, for links of these promotions, for cheap courses. I just shared the link to our Google document where all the promotions links included. And a couple of questions were regarding Telegram channel, Slack channel. I served all the links. Maybe also, basically some links were about duration and of the exam and a number of questions. But I think our experienced folks who passed the exam will share this information soon.
Yeah, you know what, everyone, the most important thing here for today is this PowerPoint which I presented, because even after the event, we will put all the important information, links, and everything we will collect during the event. We will put in this single document. We don't want to share like thousands of links to everywhere. We want to have just one place for the today's event, which you can reference and which you can use to prepare for the exam. Okay, Shekhar, back to you.
Yeah. Can you see my desktop?
We can see that you are watching right now a YouTube stream, yourself on the YouTube stream, but it's your desktop, right? Maybe just the wrong tab.
Yeah, let me. How about now?
It's the same. Maybe you have to stop sharing as your screen, stop presenting, and then start it again. And I guess Google will ask you which tab to present, and then you can choose again. You know?
Now it looks better, Shekhar. Now
looks great.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
It's not in the presenting mode. Like you can see all the slides in a little as a little picture, you know, and then.
Okay.
Maybe in the software itself, you have to go into the presenter mode and not not related.
Do you have two monitors?
Oh yes.
Okay, so you just presented the wrong one.
Sorry for that.
No problem. Let me just check. We have about 260 people watching in YouTube right now. Great. Everyone is excited.
Vlad, I think the most excited one is just you.
I think I don't know what I would do on the place of Shekhar when it's 12 o'clock. I would probably already sleep and not talk and share anything. So it's really, really cool stuff Shekhar is doing
Amazing, yeah.
for the community.
I mean, Shekhar, just share the way that you did and then choose the other screen.
Yeah, I hope this time it will work.
Yeah. Yeah, you can minimize.
Can you see now?
You can minimize the window. What we see is ourselves.
We see the attendees of Google Meet call.
I think is it lag little bit?
Maybe if you just switch your tab to the one which you want to present.
Yeah, I just mirror my desktop. It should work by now.
You can also drag and drop. You can just drag the PowerPoint to the same monitor where you're actually presenting.
Okay.
Or otherwise, quickly share that. We will share that and then you can speak while we share.
Yeah, maybe I go to the second round. That's it's much better. Let me send the PPT to someone. In the meantime, someone can start. Yeah, I think that will be much better option.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, cool. I'm stopping my sharing.
Okay, that's wise decision. So we hand over to Gaurav.
Okay, sure. So hi guys, hi again. So first of all, that's great that Shekhar has prepared some PPT. I've just recently cleared the exam. Let's say 2 hours before approximate, and I just Kiran asked me for sharing the experience, and I just jumped in. And so yeah, let me just share you. Um, So I don't have any PPT, but I'll just try to answer questions which is mentioned in the Google Doc, which Karen has shared it with everyone. Yeah. So first of all, how to prepare for exam? Well, I would say as usual, go for the official documentation. I did start with this Zealvora course on the Udemy, and after that, I did prepare. I just went through this exam HashiCorp official Terraform official exam review guide, and then I made myself had some kind of practice with this Brian Crozen this Udemy practice test. And what I was trying to do is I just try to make myself comfortable as much as I can. So I just did the practice test for having the environment and having the mindset so that I can be ready for the actual exam. So these are not the actual exam questions, I would say, this Brian Crozen, but it makes you a kind of a getting you ready for the actual exam. Yeah. So this exam actually, I mean, this practice test had some kind of a similar questions in the exam. So it will really help for you guys. What I would suggest you guys that I have seen sometimes going a lot of offers coming for this practice test, free practice test coming into mind. So rather than concentrating on a lot of practice tests and questions, I would say I would suggest you guys to go for the official documentation, which is exam review guide. And if someone wants to go through, like let's suppose does not want to go through any kind of Udemy course, then he can go through this study guide as well. Guide as well for going to the deep course. And the sample question which is Karen showing us, it's really giving you an overview what can, I guess it's just having a 3-4 questions if I'm not wrong. So it will just give you what kind of a questions you can expect. So it will be a true false questions. Can you just open the link, Karen? Yes, please. So yeah, you can see it will have true or false question, multiple choice questions, and please scroll down. So you can definitely see some kind of a, this code snippet in the exam you will definitely see, and you have to choose the appropriate options. And please scroll down, and you will also get questions related to that. I mean, you will have what should I say? There is a question, and there is a fill in the blanks. So you will have to enter some kind of a specific option or a specific parameter for giving the answer. So you'll also have a fill in the blanks questions. That's what I mean to say. Yeah. So that is related to the questions. And if I talk about my preparation, what I did, I just first of all went through the Zealvora course. And in the Zealvora course, in the end of the course, I see a very nice thing, which is he has given important pointers for the exam, which is kind of a different from other courses. If you see in that Udemy or YouTube session. And the second thing I've tried to make myself as much as I can practice test. So I did not go through a lot of practice tests, which I see in that free, if some kind of offer comes, I didn't go through. I mostly go through the just for the practice. And the second thing I did, if I'm if I see any topic, if I'm kind of weak or I'm seeing I need to have improvement, I again try to go to the exam review guide and again make myself comfortable with it. Then only I go for exam. So overall, if we talk about, let's talk about exam now. So I would say, as I'm currently not working in a production in Terraform environment, I'm not working in production for Terraform. So I make myself, let's say, 2 months, 3 months of my learning, and I try to make myself comfortable by doing the practiced lab. I mean, hands-on by installing the Terraform on the laptop. It depends on you. You want to install on Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. So I just try to make myself comfortable hands-on by doing that. And yeah, that was the main thing which I did. And if we talk about exam, I feel it is okay. It's not that much tough. It's not that much easy also. It can be easy for few of the folks which are already working in a Terraform for, let's say, 2-3 years. So they may see as a easy exam. So that's it from my side. If questions, we can answer it if you have any questions.
I see. Yeah, sorry. Go forward.
Only
Yes,
one
yes.
point that needs adding is, like, if you're buying Zealvora's course, there is a voucher available. Please don't pay the full price what it shows. There's a voucher available on his GitHub. So just go on to his GitHub and then find it.
Perfect. So yeah, I can just if you take my personal recommendation, I wouldn't go for a single thing. I mean, I will say I won't dependent on a single course or a single practice test. I would make, if I feel some kind of a weak or I need improvement on any topic, I would definitely want myself to be comfortable on the topic by going to the official documentation. That I would just recommend it. But yeah. So any other questions if you're having?
We had indeed a couple of questions. Someone, Prasad, asked, do we exam checks with the specific cloud providers?
If I talk about in 57 questions, if I let me remember, I don't see. It can depend. In question pool, there is a question pool from which every exam they just throw the questions. In my question, if I remember, I don't see a single one, a single question.
Sorry for the interruption, sir. Ravi here. So,
Yes.
So this is not specific to any cloud provider. So only this will be focused only on. So it may be who has worked on AWS, Azure, or GCP. So whatever. Like exam questions will not be focused on any specific cloud providers. So the most of the thing will be focused on Terraform core and plugin. I mean, mostly on Terraform.
Exactly. So what I can see, in a code snippet, when they throw you code snippet, it's possible you may get maybe a couple of questions in a code snippet of AWS thing, which will be very simple. Which will be very simple. If you just go through any course, you will get it. So yeah, yes. So what do you want us to go right now? Should we give a chance to Shekhar, and then at the end we can have all questions? What do you say, Karen? Also.
Oh, yeah, we have a couple of questions which I also catched from the chat.
Yeah,
one of them
I
was
also
exactly.
see. Sorry to interrupt, guys. I also
Yeah,
see a
no,
couple of questions in the chat box, but I'm just wondering if I can share if I able to share my PPT, then I think most of the question will be answered. Then at the end of the session, we can take more questions if it is not answered by us. I think that is a much better approach to go.
That sounds good. Yeah.
I'm trying to presenting again. Let's see this time this browser will work.
by the way, while you are presenting now, starting to present, I just added the discount coupon for Zeal Warriors course in our GitHub repository. And link to GitHub repository you will find in this PPT. So yeah, if you want to buy this course as advised by some of our members, feel free to use this discount code, which will give you, let me see, how much, if it works. Yeah, it will just give you about $10, something like this, off of the price.
30%.
30% is it? Okay, I have even 31% showed to me, but yeah, great discount.
Important information meanwhile from Ritesh Sanjay from our chat. He says that it's not possible to take exam from the Linux machine, so you need to have Windows or Mac.
Yes, that's correct. So what happens if you're giving a Linux machine, it's already recommended that before going into the exam, contact these guys through chat. So as soon as I think the exam link was, the share by the Karen, so before going to the exam, as soon as you book the exam, you will get the all instruction for attempting the exam. Before actually attempting the exam, you can have a chat with these guys and mention about that I'm having a Linux machine. I think then they should be able to help it. So that's the instruction I saw before going to the exam.
So
yes, because
Mac is recommended, is it?
yes, so basically they mentioned like Windows or Mac. It is recommended because, and then if you have a Linux system, then you should basically it's recommended you reach out to them first. Because it's not like it can be having an issue as stated by someone in that chat.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, can you see my presentation now? Or still?
We've lost it, and I also found there is something called, even if it displays the same way, there is something called swap displays at the very top of the slide, right? Just click that. There's a question meanwhile. So somebody asked recently they've released version 13. Is the questions coming from version 13? I will try replying that. So the questions will only be like the topics what they've actually advertised. So there is a content that needs to be covered. They will only touch upon those contents. So if anybody wants to add, please add.
Pawan, this is Ravi. Sorry. This is Ravi here. So I have the answer for this thing. So HashiCorp will update their questions on once in a quarter. This is what they have mentioned. And also, if the exam content or the pattern has been changed, they will be updating their official certification pages. So far, you will be getting questions. They will be focused only on 0.12 and not 0.13.
Wonderful.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you see my PPT now?
Can you please minimize that? Yeah, please minimize. We see your Google Meet.
It's Google Meet right now, what we see.
Yeah. I mean, Shekhar, if you find it difficult, please share the way that you did in the past, so I can advise you how to maximize it. Yeah.
Still the same.
Yeah, it's wonderful now. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's good now.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, finally. Sorry for that. Yeah, I think I'm using. Anyway, So let's forget about that. What I'm using is hopefully it's good now. So yeah, as I mentioned before, yeah, I had the opportunity to take this Terraform exam last month after getting the coupon from this community. Thanks for that. It saved my $70. No doubt about that. So my name is basically Shekhar. I'm working as a DevOps engineer in Melbourne. I'm a consultant. Let's go for the Terraform exam itself. I'll just give a very short high-level view about the exam, like how the exam look like. Like hopefully now we already know that this exam is conducted by an online proctor. So you can take the exam from anywhere literally, but just you need to make ensure that where the place it is where you are taking the exam, so no one will become inside the room within this 1 hour when the exam will be running. So there is a very nice video about the online proctor. You can go to the HashiCorp site. I also have the UI as well, where you can see the demo how this online proctor exam have been conducted. If you never experienced before how the this online based proctor exam had been conducted, then I think this link is good enough to go through it to get experience on that. In terms of system requirement, I guess already some of the speaker answer the questions. I just give you a quick update on that. Like you obviously need to have a computer with a single monitor. You can't basically use the extended monitor like the other online proctor exam. For example, the CKED, I can use the extended monitor, but for this exam, you can't use that. So just be prepared for that. Obviously, you need a webcam and then build in an external speaker as well will work. Because in my previous online proctor exam, not on Terraform, but other exam, I don't need to communicate to the proctor. But this exam, you literally need to have a communication with the proctor to make it, you need to make sure either you're built in or you have an external speaker to talk with the proctor. You need the Zoom client as well, because this exam have been conducted using the Zoom. And there is an automatic system test as well for Mac and Windows right now, where you can test your systems, whether it is appropriate. So what it basically do, it basically check your microphone, your internet connections, and the computer system requirement in a quick succession and give you the result, whether the system that you are using is appropriate to the exam or not. And duration of this exam is 60 minutes, and there's a 7 questions. The assessment type, obviously, this is an MCQ type exam where they'll give you questions and there'll be multiple choice. There can be a single answer. There can be a true and false. There can be a multiple answer as well. In case of multiple answer, the question basically literally mention this question expecting a multiple 2 and 3 answers. So don't worry about that. The thing that weird to me is the last one, filling the blanks. In my exam, 1 to 3 question minimum, you will find where literally you need to type the answer. So be prepared on that. I never come across to any certification exam where basically I need to type the answer. So just be prepared for that. I will give you some more info about that later on this side. This product version is very important because, in fact, I find lots of my clients using Terraform 11.8, but this exam is basically conducted 0.12 and above. So just be prepared for that because there's lots of difference between 0.11.8 and 0.12. So if you are aiming for this exam, just keep in mind you do have sufficient practice and whatever questions or whatever the trial exam you are given, it should be based on Terraform 0.12 and above. Passing score, so far my best of my knowledge, HashiCorp is still not officially publishing any passing score threshold, but if based on the community, if you are having equal to 70% or more than 70%, it should be passed. But I'm not sure whether HashiCorp still publishing it, what is their passing score yet, but I don't find anywhere in their site. Maybe later on they will give you update on that. But so far, whatever the community and whoever the exam is taken, our experience is that if you get 70% or more than 70%, then you will be passed. Obviously the exam will come immediately, the exam result, but the certification batch, it will take normally 10 days. In my case, it will take 9 days. So you just need to wait for 10 days. If you don't receive the certification batch, then you can contact to their certification team. And the certificate expiration date is 2 years, just for same as the other exam. Okay, now the exam itself. Obviously, this whole session is basically for this certification exam only. It will not basically tell about, or basically we are not basically telling about what is Terraform and how Terraform will work. So based on the certification exam, there is a very high 9-level objective from HashiCorps to pass this exam. First of all, obviously you need to understand what is IaaS, infrastructure as code concept, and what is the benefit of using IaaS. Then what is the advantage of IaaS pattern? Then the second one is the Terraform purpose, like what is the difference between other provider agnostic benefit and Terraform itself, and the benefit of the Terraform state files or the state concept that Terraform have, other IaaS doesn't have. Then third part is understand the Terraform basics, like handle the Terraform provider installations, versioning, then demonstrate the multiple provider, because Terraform support multiple provider as well. You can also use your own provider. You can also use your customized provider as well. Explain the provisioner. There is a lots of difference between provider and provisioner. You have to be clear concept what are the difference of both of these things. Then the very important topic is that the Terraform CLI, you have to understand the different Terraform command to basically perform different Terraform work. I will not go in depth because all of these things we have already highlighted in the HashiCorp official site. I just jot down this high level point of view. Then the Terraform module is another important part. I find there are lots of questions from Terraform module itself. So, but as this exam, just keep in mind, this exam is a focus on the associate level. So you don't need to go in depth to basically get your certification down from this exam. So still, I will find this exam is very not in depth, just on high level, but they will basically test whether you have proper understanding of these basic things or not. Having said that, the implementation and the maintenance of Terraform state file is basically highly tested in this exam, whether you have a clear understanding what is the local backend, what is the remote backend, and how do we basically switch on from local to remote backend, and what is the different Terraform command, for example, the refresh on the state file, how it will work. Other thing is need to be understand the functions, different types of collections, and the structural types that Terraform used. The difference between basically the resource and the data configurations, but very high level. You don't need to be go in depth, because in my personal experience, I only have 5 to 6 months experience in Terraform. And I only prepared, honestly speaking, I only prepared for like 2 to 3 days now, because I find other people experience this exam is not that much in depth. So if you have a little bit of Terraform experience, I think this exam should be easy to pass. The last, not the least, very important to understand what is Terraform offering for OSS, open source, and the TFE. Terraform Enterprise, and what is the difference in terms of features and the other things. Sentinel, registry, and workspace is other types of questions that basically comes to the exam. So just be prepared on that. How to prepare? Like I said before, I'll distinguish preparation in two different sectors. One is that you already have Terraform experience, minimum 3 to 6 months. And the other part is that you not at all have any Terraform experience. So if you have a Terraform experience, at least minimum 3 to 6 months, then I will suggest you don't need to go for any course. Just go to HashiCorp exam review guide, where basically they break down everything, the high level that I mentioned. They break down these topics. And they give, and each individual topic they give a separate link to have a better understanding of those topics. So if you just review those guide, then there is a 250 practice questions in Udemy. Just gone through these questions to understand or basically make you say comfortable with the questions that will you will be experienced in the exam. Then I'm working from Cognizant. So Cognizant do have the Udemy business account, so I can basically access all the Udemy practice exam. But I found only these two exam is like more appropriate, whatever I experience in this exam. So I just write down these two. But you can basically find out the other practice exam as well if it is helpful. In terms you don't have any Terraform experience, that should be also fine. But in that case, I will highly recommend to go to at least one Udemy course to get a basic idea about Terraform and how basically Terraform work. I find that other speaker also mentioned that Jill Border course is, yeah, I think is a good course for this certification exam, not the Terraform itself, but for certification exam, I prefer, if you don't have any experience, then this course is very good. And then after you complete the Jill Border course, then go for study guide. There is a difference between study guide and exam review guide by HashiCorps. Study guide is more in details. It is basically created for those who doesn't have any Terraform experience or who are using the Terraform from the scratch. So if you don't have any experience, then go for the study guide. I think it will give you a much better details. Then again, once you finish this Gilbert course and this study guide, then you can go to this exam review guide, then the practice question that I mentioned before. Okay, a few key highlights is basically the tips or from my point of view, in my experience, what I find a little bit helpful. First of all, read the questions carefully. What I found out, the questions is pretty much easy. You can, like, for example, obviously I signed an NDA. I can't basically directly share the question itself. So I give you a specific example, like sample questions who they mention in their website as well. Whether just one question come out, what's the benefit of IaaS? So once they mention the benefit of infrastructure as code, so so it's not Terraform is also an IaaS, but they mention the not what's the benefit of using Terraform as an IaaS. They mention what is the benefit of IaaS. So just read the question carefully what they mention. Some of these features can be available in Terraform, but not available to IaaS. So once the question mentions the benefit of IaaS, it means the overall benefit of IaaS, not the Terraform itself. So this question, having read the question carefully, I think it's a much better options. Don't jump to the answer quickly. Just read the question so that you can understand what the question is looking for. And the other important part is the basic Terraform command and the workflow. For example, the Terraform format, Terraform init, Terraform refresh, Terraform plan, Terraform tend, those other things is very important to understand before to go for this exam. Even though before the start of this exam, I don't know what is this Terraform refresh command. So because normally literally we don't use that command frequently, we use the Terraform plan with by default basically refresh the state file itself. And I think at least 25% question is coming from this basic command and the workflow. Workflow means when you write a Terraform file, then you, from the writing the Terraform file, then plan it, then to apply the what thing have been happened within this period of time. So this whole workflow, you should have a clear understanding. State file basically is the Terraform state file is necessary requirement for Terraform to function, and backend in Terraform determine how the state file is loaded and operate. So just have a clear overview on that, because this exam will heavily test your understanding as well as along with the debugging setup as well. So for example, like how to specify where the lock should persist its output. So it just ensure you know those things. Not only know those things, sometimes you need to literally type those answer as well. So it's a little bit weird when I take this exam. For example, the Terraform by default handle this dependency by itself, for example, the implicit dependency. But sometimes you also make the order, or you want to explicitly declare the resource dependency, then you can use the explicit dependency. So what is the Terraform argument you need to use to handle the hidden resource dependency that Terraform cannot automatically infer? So question can become like that. So you literally need to type that Terraform argument. So just be prepared on that. Some of the question you literally need to type. They don't give you a multiple options to choose. But this question is minimum one, I think maximum is three. And the three vital topics, I think the module, the workspace, and registry, like when you download something from a Terraform registry, how do you versioning this? So you just have a clear understanding on that. How do you maintain your private registry? So I think Jill Bora course is basically clearly explain those things, who basically gone through this. So I think if you don't have that much of experience, or you haven't handled the registry, workspace, or module before, just go to Jill Bora course. Then, as I said before, just have a clear understanding what is Terraform offering from the cloud, the open source and the cloud and enterprise versions. Just have a basic. They do have a comparison graph where they mentioned all the difference. So go for it. Just have a look what they provided with each options. I think I already mentioned a couple of times the type correct answer in the box, like where you need to type things. So just don't get surprised if you get those types of questions. Be prepared on that. In terms of times, I think 60 minutes are good enough to complete the exam comfortably. However, if you basically stuck to a single question for a long time, my suggestion will be just mark it as a flag. They have options like highlight, where you can highlight the questions, then later on you can come back to that questions. So don't get stuck to a single particular questions, just highlight it. Later on, once you finish all the questions, then come back to the question which you basically highlight. And I also have an article written in Medium, just explaining all of these things and all these link that.
Shikhar,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Gaurav here.
Yeah.
If somebody has noticed, I guess people are complaining that no audio. So,
No,
Karen, would you like to have a look on that?
everything's okay, guys. Everything's okay in the call. It just that the stream broke up right now. I'm trying to repair. Sekar, can you just hold on for a minute? I will try to repair it really quickly.
Sure.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. It's just something what can happen sometimes unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Maybe, friends, maybe you can meanwhile think about answering in question which comes quite often. Some people ask how much time you need to prepare if you have no background with Terraform, absolutely no knowledge about Terraform from the scratch.
Yeah, I think I already mentioned that one. Like if you don't have any experience, but I can basically share these things again once these things basically come on live.
Okay, I probably missed that. Sorry for this.
Yeah.
I think they might not be able to hear right now. So, if
I'm
yes,
just waiting.
exactly. We still have.
Well, the recording is still going on. We will definitely share this recording, which will be nicely put it together. But still, let's hold on for a couple of minutes. I'm trying to repair it right now.
Okay.
Vlad, can you meanwhile answer in the chat that we are working on it?
Yes,
and,
I already did.
No content will be lost because we will tune in just in a couple of minutes.
There's a question about Sentinel as well. They're like, I see quite a few people discussing about Azure Sentinel. So Azure Sentinel and Sentinel HashiCorp Sentinel policy as a code is two different things.
Yeah.
So basically, it just came the HashiCorp one in the exam. If you just ask me,
What is that?
Gaurav here. I'm saying if you just ask me, as I just cleared 2 hours before, I just noticed that Sentinel for HashiCorp.
Yeah.
Not for any kind of a specific provider.
It's
cloud
integrated
provider.
with. I think it's integrated with Terraform, isn't it?
Yes. So I'm not sure if most of them know that they just recently, the comparison which they mentioned this Terraform Cloud and the Enterprise, they just recently changed their page, HashiCorp Terraform official page. So if you just open it right now, you might see a different kind of a comparison there now.
So is it changed today or like very recently?
I'm not sure today, but yeah, if you talk about me, when maybe 1 week or maybe I don't know, but it recently changed. If you just check it now, so
Sure.
the previous one is not even there. So the comparison when we talk about the free and the team and governance and that some more Terraform Enterprise, the comparison, they have removed one part of it. So now if you see there, it's just the free, the team and governance, and then directly Terraform Enterprise.
Yeah, I think that they've split like Terraform Enterprise as a two parts. One is like cloud and one is like private, um, a private kind of cloud for large enterprises. Is it what you're referring to?
Yes, right, the offerings, the Terraform
Yes.
Cloud offerings I'm
So
referring.
Terraform Cloud is like
Because,
recommended. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just saying because when I was going through this practice test, Brian, even though he doesn't know, so the questions which is there in it, you when you refer to the official documentation, the few portion is not there anymore. So that's what.
Sure. So I think one thing to add here, Terraform Enterprise in itself is like two offerings, and I think official documentation says unless and until it is stated, all the documentation is same for both of them. And one is like cloud version, which is recommended from small teams to until like medium level organizations. If it's a huge team, you can have your own private instance of Terraform Cloud deployed in your own data center, which is nothing but like private Terraform deployment or whatever.
So
Is
we
it
are
back
live
now?
again. The stream is going on. Sorry everyone
Okay.
for short interruption. I would ask Shekhar to proceed with the presentation. Maybe just go back for a couple of minutes from where it stopped.
Yeah.
We
I'm not
can see your
sure.
desktop.
Yeah, can you see my desktop? My PPT?
Not yours, maybe Kareem's.
Okay.
No,
Oh
no,
yeah, I
it
think
should be
Shekhar, yeah,
okay now.
Shekhar Sakura presenting, right? We can see. So are you on something else apart from this PPT? Did you open maybe YouTube or something?
Oh no.
Oh
No.
yeah,
The
so it's
stream
on.
has a little bit of latency, so Shekhar
Yeah.
is very good on the way. So go on, Shekhar, present.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I think we missed a couple of things due to audio missing. I just start again for from advice from my point of view to not for prepared, but how you basically attend the questions. First of all, I think read the question carefully is one of the options. Don't jump to the answer quickly rather than reading the question carefully. Just look the question carefully, what it is asking. For example, in terms of I infrastructure as code benefit, if it asks, then answer based on that. If it asks in benefit of Terraform, then answer based on that. So, like infrastructure as code have common benefit, which basically go across all these toolings that is basically available for IaaS. But Terraform do have some much better benefit compared to other tools that is available. For example, the state files and other stuff. So just read the question carefully before go for any answer. The important things, I think, the second part, the basic Terraform command. For example, this Terraform format, plan, apply, tint, destroy. These Terraform show to state of the state files and what is the workflow of Terraform itself. I think 25% question will be coming from these portions. It's easy to answer, but it is also very important in terms of Terraform understanding. And then they understand the state file, the possible backend, the remote backend, the local backend, and And if you switch from local to remote backend, then what are the comments basically, or what their workflow you have to go through. Just have a clear understanding on that. I think the Jill Bora course, if you don't have any Terraform experience, then Jill Bora course is good enough. Within a short period of time, you have an idea about Terraform, as well as you will be prepared for this exam itself. Understand difference between the implicit and explicit dependency. Like I mentioned a couple of times that some of this question literally you need to type the answer. So maybe some question becomes like which Terraform argument you can use to handle the hidden resource dependency that Terraform cannot handle automatically, or Terraform cannot automatically infer. So there is a Terraform argument depends underscore on. Maybe you need to literally type that answer. They don't give you the options to choose. So just be prepared on that. Don't get surprised if you see those types of questions. And very important topics, the vital topics is that module, workspace, and registry. If you don't work Terraform before, then just go to their official study guide and understand what they do basically and what is the importance. Workspace is a very important concept in terms of Terraform open source offering as well as their enterprise offering as well. And how do you manage your private registry? And if you want to download some Terraform module, then how do you do that from remote side? So just go through this. Just be prepared for those things because they are important. I mentioned a couple of times this Terraform different types of offering in terms of their open source versions and their enterprise versions. And that is a good official link where they basically mention what are the offering they are giving to different types of version they do have. So just have a gone through it and you will understand different types of features difference between each of those offering. I think I mentioned a couple of times about type correct answer into the box. This is like fill up the blank questions. So just be prepared for that. Honestly speaking, in terms of times, 60 minutes, in my experience, is good enough to complete the exam comfortably. But however, don't stick to a single question for a long time. If you are stuck, then there is an options highlight in the exam where you literally can highlight a questions and you can later on come to that questions. This is the same as like using a flag to a questions and come back later. So my advice, if you are stuck to a questions, you don't know what is the answer, or maybe you know the answer, but it will take some time because I find some of these module questions, they give you the code syntax, and you literally almost two options seems like similar, which basically confuse you because if I talk about myself, I don't have in-depth Terraform knowledge. I only have 6 months experience. So some of those options confuse me. So what I did, basically, I highlight those questions. Later on, I come back to these questions. So in my opinion, do the I will suggest do the same. If you don't know the answer straightforward, or it will take some time to sort out the answer, then just make it as highlight and then finish other questions, which is very easy to finish, then come back to it later on. I also have a very good article, I guess, in Medium. So if you have a time, you can go through it. This is the same things basically I mentioned in my article. I also give some link as well to those articles. Last not that least, obviously, once all the speakers basically finish their talking, then we can basically answer the further questions that you have regarding the exam itself. At the same time, if you have any further question, here is my LinkedIn profile. Just knock me, ping me, buzz me anytime if you want. Happy to basically answer any types of question you have regarding the exams. Cool. That's all from my side. Sorry again for the presentation things and then the no audio that's happened in the middle of these presentations.
Thanks a lot, Shekhar. It was worthy to wait for your presentation. It was really very nice and it was wonderful. Thanks a lot.
It was worse to stay up in the night to give the presentation. Thank you very much for this.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Well articulated. Well articulated.
To everyone who is listening and watching us in the stream right now, we have a recording going on during the whole session, and it will be provided already today evening after the session has finished, and you will be able to listen and follow everything in a better quality without interruptions. And just stay tuned. We will share a link to the video after the session itself. For now, let's go on. Who would be our next? Who want to jump in, share his experience with the exam? We have one more person, right, who passed the exam today.
Yeah, hi Kiran. So,
Hi,
Bharat
hi.
here.
Yes.
So,
So, from your experience, from your side, is there anything essential what can be added to what already has been shared? Some important insights. You can also share how you have prepared for the exam and how happy you are to pass the exam.
okay. So, hello guys once again. So, most of the points has been covered by Gaurav and Shikara. And
Sorry,
Shikara.
Bharat, maybe if you can move a little bit closer to the mic because we can hear you, but it's not very crisp.
Okay. So, is it audible now?
It's perfect now. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool then. Okay. So most of the points has been covered by Gaurav and Shekara. So Shekara, it's a good PPT. So the people really they can get use of it. They can get more information from it. So I would like to add few more points from it on top of it. Okay. So from study material point of view, like as you said, like we have a review guide provided by Hashika of Terraform team. Okay. So few people may be like asking like is there any important topics with respect to each objective. So there are total 9 objectives. Okay, so there is no important topics because like all the 9 topics are very important, so we'll be getting questions from each and every topic. So if we miss any one of the objectives, we may lose points in our exam. Okay, so not only from that, like we need to familiar with each and every line. So each topics will be having few set of lines. So we need to cover all the lines and we need to get to understand each and every point. Okay, not only with respect to the study material. So I would recommend you to have some basic hands-on knowledge as well. Okay, so if you are not having any hands-on experience, like you can refer this Udemy course like given by Brian Costan and Zilvora. So they will be explaining in better, especially like Zilvora. So the course will be like extraordinary. You can refer that course. So it will be very much useful for you people. So like I'm having 2.5 years of experience in Terraform, like for infrastructure automation as well as deployments in dev, SIT, and pre-prod and production environments. Okay, but still, like when I took the exam, so I felt few questions like tricky. So I can't say like the exam was very much easy or it's not very tough. The questions will be like somewhat simple only, but it will be like in a tricky manner. So as said in the slide by Shekara, like you need to understand the questions very much clearly, and when you are preparing, you need to prepare the topics well. Like if there is any command like Terraform plan, you should be like what is it, like you need to understand the functionality of the plan command. So in the back end how it is works. So generally if you think like what is a plan, it is a execution command, something like that. So you will be like stopping with that. So you need to go beyond that. So you need to look, in and out what the plan will be doing when we execute a plan, how it works in the back end. So all those kind of information is very much useful for you because those kind of information also will be coming as part of our exams. Okay, so you need to be like very much careful when you are preparing. You need to cover all the toppings from in and out from that study materials. Okay, so basically like how I prepared is like whenever I was going through this kind of review guide and Udemy courses, so like I worked with like few of our seniors. Like in a group we have discussed and we have shared few points, and likewise only we did. So whenever you are going through some new kinds, like there will be few blocks like dynamic blocks or for each, those kind of things you will be like feeling bit not easy to understand. So those kind of things when you do in a group studies, like it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so we did in like in that way. And not only the studying, when we are taking the exam also, like there is a practice exam which is available. in Udemy, as said by Shikara, like by Cloud Me and Brain Caution. So you can take those practice exam. So we took the practice exam in not in individually. We took in a different, like in a group. We took, and whenever we are attending any questions, each and everyone they will be giving an answer. So if it is wrong answer means, then and there the persons will be like highlighting why it is wrong. So we'll be getting more information. If possible, you can try to do it that way. Else you can take it in individually. Okay. And whenever you are preparing for the exam, try to make a note of the key points. What are the commands? What are the flags? So whenever before taking the exam, you can just refer the key points that will be very much useful for you. Okay. So these are the points I would like to highlight. So apart from this, like most of the points has been shared with you. Yeah, so we'll catch up in the question and answer session. If you have any questions, please raise it. Happy to answer. Thanks all.
Thank you, Bharat, for your.
Thanks, Bharat. Maybe just a couple of questions you could clear for our attendees, which are not really related to exam content, but still we have a lot of people asking, do you need some special software or special external web camera to participate? You know, all the questions regarding proctoring. How does it go for a Terraform exam? Do you need some external camera or something installed on your laptop?
Yeah, so if it is a inbuilt camera, that is well and good. If you don't have any inbuilt camera, if it is not working, means we need a webcam, because the proctor will be like keep on watching us over the entire 60 minutes, like mean the 1 hour. So we are not supposed to go out of our desktop. So they will be keep on monitoring us.
Thanks, Bharat. But it's basically it's enough to have built-in camera. You don't need to show you from the back side or something. Some proctors ask you to participate twice, once at laptop to take the exam, and second connection should be established, for example, through your mobile. We've switched on camera, and mobile should be put on the back side. We don't have such complicated conditions in this case, right?
Yeah, so like before taking the exam, once you register for the exam, you will be like getting a few set of rules, like what are the things you have to be followed. And while taking the exam itself, the proctor itself will be like clearly they will be advising you like how you should be following it. So like you should not be having any mobile phones near your desk. Any other dual monitors are not allowed. So it's inbuilt webcam should be like compulsory. If it is not there, you can have additional webcam, and headphones are not allowed. Okay, so like
Yeah,
this there are rules.
sorry to
Yes,
interrupt you.
yes.
Let me add few things. Gaurav here. Yeah. So apart from camera, headphone, microphone, speaker should be turned all the time, 60 minutes. Apart from that, uh, a proctor mentioned me to show the full room, so I've showed it. That is the requirement they asked it. Other thing, I've switched it off my phone because proctor did ask me about the phone, so I switched it off. And other than that, if I remember, yes, they when you book the exam, schedule the exam, they did mention to install Zoom. They did mention to install Zoom, so I've installed the Zoom app. Apart from that, yes, that is. If you have any other questions, you can ask. If I'm missing
No,
something,
no
Yeah,
headphone,
there is
right?
one more thing. Yeah, no
no
headphones.
headphones.
Correct.
Yeah.
Definitely, yes.
And we need to have a government ID proof also with us.
Yes, correct. So the thing which they mentioned, it is DL, driving license, or passport. If I
Okay.
remember, yes. The two things they mentioned. So maybe they are just accepting these two, either of the one.
Yeah, exactly. What you said is right, actually.
Thanks, guys. It looks like it's normally accepted documents. I mean, a normal practice to have a license or driver license or your ID. I have the same experience with the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure exam. Those two were acceptable documents to prove your identity. Looks similar here. This part.
Because Because in other exam you may get a different more options, but here you just get driving license or passport.
Okay, I see. Okay, thanks a lot for this kind of organizatorical information, but still very important, and a lot of people were asking about such stuffs. So hope now our participants, our attendees are well weaponed, prepared for such stuffs, and we can probably, if we do not have any specific questions, let me check shortly.
Guys, there are like a couple of questions about PAN card and Aadhaar card. Strictly no. So it's only passports. Passport is like international standard. So Aadhaar card is like limited to India. So only passport and driving license, government issued driving license.
No bus tickets will be accepted. Anything else, right?
So basically, you need some photography on it, and yeah, and you probably would have luck if you have a smart twin brother who could pass exam with his photography for you. But no way here, guys and girls. We have to learn and study hard. But we see how many people we have who already passed the exam, and we share your happiness, guys. Great achievement, and hope more of us will join your camp of happy passers. How do you call it?
I have one pro tip for exams. Once Proctor would ask me, like, can you show me your mobile phone? I would say, I just put it away. I don't have it with me in my room, But it would work in most of the times. But then make sure that you put your phone actually in the silent mode and in the flight mode, because it will be super stupid to claim at the beginning that you don't have your mobile phone with you, but then your mobile phone will go on.
Yeah,
well, I think 1 hour should be like okay with switching off also.
Yeah, imagine you are flying in plane during the exam. It would not disturb you if you switch it off. I think it's a good solution.
Yeah, you can also switch it off, of course.
We
Do we
can
have
check if
anyone
we have.
in the call who has some slides to share and to show about the exam itself or Terraform? More to the exams, like to the exam itself. Ravi, Pavan, what about you guys?
I mean, I have slides specific to few topics, but not particularly
Nothing
exam.
what you have planned to present today, right?
I do have like slides on Terraform Enterprise. If
No, I mean
somebody
this time I think we have to concentrate more on the exam itself, because Terraform itself is a huge topic. We can go into very deep depths about the product, but I think we just have to study. We have enough of material to study for it, and I fear we again lost our stream. I'm terribly sorry for this. Let me fix it again, and you are free to chat for a couple of minutes, guys. Sorry.
Okay, I'll just write in the chat that we have again little problem, so that people will not worry about that a lot.
and
for
one
the
more
first
question.
time that, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One more question.
Go on.
Is it like particularly 60 minutes, or is like Proctor allowing you a few minutes here and there? Is what question from the chat?
Pawan, Gaurav here. So for exam specific 60 minutes. Apart from that, compulsory survey we have to fill about after the exam. That is a different timing. Okay, so for exam 60 minutes, I think that will be more than enough. If you ask me frankly, 60 minutes will be enough for this exam.
Sure.
And this is Ravi here. So, and also there will be a timer running for 60 minutes. So you cannot take the exam after 60 minutes, even though the router allows you. So I mean, when it's close to the timer, so automatically, I think, I guess that your answers will be submitted automatically after 60 minutes.
Yeah, you are right, Ravi. So
Yeah,
The
exactly.
detail, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends who have actually finished their timing. They can only tell this if it's if you talk
Yeah,
about other exams,
that,
yes. In other exam it happened like automatically get submitted.
yeah, the same thing happened to me. So when I was taking the examination, I did not
Okay.
initially I did not post my timer. And I mean, so apart from this 57 questions, last two questions, I have answered that last two questions in last 5 seconds, and I could not submit my. I mean, I don't have time to click the submit answer button, so it automatically submitted and time up, and my result came immediately.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, another question from chat. What if we don't have passport or driving license? Come on, guys. You will have to have one of them.
So in that case, definitely the examinee, right? So examinee, the proctor, the online proctor, third party proctor, they will not allow you to take the exam, and they will recommend to talk to HashiCorp certification team. You can directly send an email to HashiCorp teams. Possibly they will guide you on that in that case. Even a lot of things which is not even exposed on anywhere. So like few of the things I have heard from HashiCorp itself, they will suppose few people may not have accommodation. I mean, if you want to take the exam, they don't have any proper room or proper place to take the exam. Even HashiCorp is also providing you accommodation to take your exam. So this is weird for me and new information. And also people who are I mean few people or a set of people who are facing financially they are not able to take the exam, who did not get any vouchers, free vouchers, community like us, and they have to spend their own money, right? So in that case, HashiCorp is also providing some financially helping people to provide the free vouchers. This is officially they are providing. The thing is, they are providing some form, so we have to fill the form, and HashiCorp will evaluate everything, and they will take it further. So I have set of questions actually. I mean, set of information that I have to from people, but possibly I can collect all the information and put it in our GitHub pages. Possibly that will be better for guys to
That would
read
be
more.
great. That
Yeah,
would
that would be great. Yeah, exactly. Because there are a lot of questions will be coming up from people, right? Yeah, that's
So
it.
there's another question from the chat. Is it okay if I go over the question, or if somebody wants to speak something?
Yeah, if that YouTube stream is fixed, then we can continue, or else we can.
Yes,
Yeah,
a quick
it's fixed.
update. We are on now. YouTube is working again. Sorry for inconvenience. We will provide a great quality video after the session. So yeah, go on, guys.
There's a question about the reschedule thing. So I think 15 minutes before you can
Yeah,
inform them
so
to reschedule.
yeah,
Go on.
HashiCorp is officially even you can still reschedule the exam before 15 minutes, but HashiCorp recommended you to reschedule the exam if you have any for some reasons. If you want to reschedule the exam, you have to cancel your exam before 30 minutes of your scheduled time. So you can cancel the exam and you can schedule the exam at any time. This is what.
So basically, yeah, what he's trying to say, you won't see any button for reschedule. You will cancel and then you will book it again, right?
Yeah, there will be a cancel button. So if you cancel the button, it will ask for your
And then
confirmation. So once you cancel confirmation, you will see the schedule button.
yes, schedule button, yes.
And if you did not see any, there'll be a launch button and schedule and cancel. So if you did not see any buttons to cancel or reschedule everything, so we can directly send out an email immediately to HashiCorp certification. They will point. I mean, they will loop someone from question mark support team. They will immediately get help from question mark support team, and that will be fixed almost. And even so, I have faced that even after the launching time. I mean, I have scheduled the exam by 4:30 p.m. and due to some other reason, I could not launch my exam on time. So I opened. I mean, I have launched my exam at 5 p.m. So after half an hour, for due to some other issues, after half an hour, I spoke to my examinee proctor, and they do not. I mean, they don't have any. They are helpless on that time, specific to rescheduling the exam and everything. They will be redirecting you to HCCUP certification team only. So we have to. I have contacted them, and after that they have rescheduled my exam. So then this is what happened.
Few questions about vouchers. It was clearly mentioned that this event is just to help the people who with the information to pass the exam, but not for the vouchers. Karan, maybe you can have a word.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any new voucher contingent from HashiCorp. We just cleared all the previous requests. I think like majority of them. If there are some complications with previous vouchers, let us know. Otherwise, but we are in touch with this corporation and some other cool companies in regards to certifications and vouchers. The smartest thing you can do is just to stay in this community and stay up to date. Their amazing stuff will be coming up in the near future, and we are constantly including our amazing members. And we have Pradeep here in the call also. Hi, Pradeep. We don't have any commercial interest in it. We just want advance, learn new stuff, and put our members forward also in this regard. So we will do everything possible to get all the nice stuff for you guys and girls. So stay in touch, stay in the community. Yes, back to Vlad.
Friends, there is a question from chat. It was about hands-on experience. Do you necessarily need a hands-on experience to pass the exam? What do you think?
I think, okay, yes. Ravi can answer you.
Okay.
So hands-on in sense, I mean, I have seen few people have passed the exam with only theoretical knowledge, because it's since an MCQ kind of things, right? So there is no any hands-on like what we have in Kubernetes and other exam. It's not an advanced level certification, only MCQs, right? But to clearly understand the exam, I mean, understand the core concepts and passing the exam, really, you need some hands-on. I mean, the very basic hands-on would be better, and not very depth knowledge on that, right? So pretty much enough for you to crack the exam is 1 or 2 months of very basic hands-on would be better.
Yes, let me just add few more points.
Yeah.
Yes. So, if let's suppose if you don't have any production level experience, or you are kind of a very new to Terraform, I would say you must go through this hands-on. If you are following the Zeal Vora course, you should really go through hands-on, not only for clearing the exam. You should better understand what is happening behind the scenes, because at the end you are going for some kind of a learning new thing. You want to gain some knowledge on it, so it's better to go on hands-on, because even if you go for exam, there you will find logical questions, where they will try to make you confused. They'll try to make you confused, but if you have a hands-on, you will clearly the concept easily.
Thanks, guys. I understood. So it's never bad to have some hands-on experience. It will help you to get better orientation in your questions. Maybe you can better understand what they want from you, and sure, you can pass also without any hands-on, but it will be a bit difficult, I guess, right?
Exactly. So it's like even the simple commands like Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply. When you run the command, then only you will get to know what is actually happening. You can see on the screen what is actually happening behind the scenes. So yeah, it's always good to have it, I would say.
Got it. Thanks. Do we have for today some other speakers who didn't speak up yet? I think we had almost, I guess, all of you added something. You just don't want to repeat, I guess, the stuff, so you just added the missing information to the talks of a previous speaker. So I think we kind of we already disclosed a lot of interesting stuffs. If you have something to add, guys, on top of it, please don't hesitate. Just go ahead. Otherwise, I will just shortly check our chat again. There was a question about content of the exam, like if you would divide the whole content on the parts, like the most difficult, the medium, and the easy part, and put some percentages on it, how would you do it? Like how many % of difficult questions, of simple questions, and so on?
Well, it's very difficult to answer if you ask me.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's because it's like let's say example. I mean, I hope is well, I guess he left, right? Shekhar. Yes, I think he's left. Yeah. So if you see his Shekhar's post, there are scores dividation. How much percentage he got on every module. The same way, if you see mine, I got a different score on different module. You getting my point? Like example, one of the module is tilted to modules. Okay, in the modules I got around 70%, 67, 70%. Other than others, all mostly 100%. So it at the end, it's on you. So I should say, I should say we should not concentrate about basically which will be the easier, which will be the harder. I found it most of the questions were similar. The only thing I found it easy was true and false. If I remember, true and false questions, which was kind of easy. If anybody else wants to add, he can add. Because I don't think there is some kind of a anything mentioned in official site if there's kind of easy and this dividation. So I couldn't find anything like that.
But it also depends on the experience that we have. Let's say the person who is already working with like 2 years or like lower than a year, he might feel every question is maybe easy one.
Exactly. Like if you work in even if you work in, let's suppose if you work in your production level Terraform, if you are using it, still I think Pawan may be able to answer. It depends if you are even using this Terraform enterprise offering or not. So if you are actually using on production level, you will obviously have a better picture than others, right?
Guys, to be very honest, yeah, so a lot of people, including like government organizations, I've been in different projects, and we have like quite complex code written in Terraform. It could go it could have like any amount of complexity. But the only thing is, it's about the project management and also the CTO, whether or not they want to include licensing costs or not. So when something is and I see like few other organizations put a wrapper around Terraform, so they don't really do Terraform init, Terraform plant, Terraform apply at all. What they do, and they don't want to consume Terraform enterprise. What they generally do, they put it like shell scripts or Python scripts around that, and then they use those. They directly don't like use even Terraform. It could go to any complexity, and not everybody uses Terraform Enterprise, but my understanding, maybe at least partial understanding of they including Terraform, is like just to give a taste and glimpse of Terraform Enterprise, so that if somebody really interested in doing so, they might acquire the license or so.
Thanks, Pawan. So I'm sorry for stretching this question long so much. So it's keep it short. I mean, if you ask to keep it short, it's simple. I mean, we should go through every sections which is mentioned in the official documentation, and we should not, I mean, think about if something you found is we needs to be improved. We just need to be go to official documentation and improve it.
Yes, Raghu. So taking the practice exam will give you that. So which area we have to focus more on that. So you can have an idea on that. So which area we have to focus more on quickly. So those things you'll be get from taking the any practice exam. And also what we cannot, if you ask this question, I mean, how much difficulty, a percentage of difficulty questions will come in the exam. If you ask this question to an experienced guy, he would say only 10% will be difficult. If the same question has been asked to a fresher or who don't have any, who is very new to Terraform, he will say 50 or 60% difficult.
Maybe exam itself difficult.
Yeah, exam. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, the same. So we cannot give precise answer to this question actually.
That's true. Yeah, it depends, of course, of the person who is asked about that question. You are absolutely right, Ravi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even I received a lot of questions from a lot of people daily from LinkedIn or in our community. The same thing. And also adding to this thing, a few more things I have to add here. Like Terraform Cloud and Terraform Enterprise, right? So you should not. It's not mandatory to have hands-on experience on Terraform Cloud or Enterprise. So a basic theoretical knowledge of Terraform Cloud and Enterprise would be enough for cracking the exam. Okay, so only Terraform open source, you should have some hands-on. That would be better. And also, a lot of people specifically asked me that is there any dumps available for Terraform? And guys, please do not expect that because it's not much difficult to crack the exam as you think. It's a very easy exam. It's an foundation level of certification. Okay, so I expect any dumps or kind of things. It's almost everything, as every information has been provided by our community speakers. But a few things to add. Official study guide and review guide is much recommended because I study only while I have taking the exam. I took only beta exam. So at that time, there is no Zalora course, no practice exam. Okay, no course for specific to the examination. So I have read only the review guide, and not even study guide is available there. So I have read only the review guide officially provided by Ashika, and I have cleared the exam. So that's much better. So it depends on the people mindset of people, right? Few of them will be much comfortable with the documentation, reading documentation, and few maybe few of them will prefer watching videos and learn. So it depends on that. Watching videos would be comfortable for you, then it's highly recommended to go for Zalora.
Perfect, Ravi.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. I saw interesting comment. Very optimistic comment from Arun Kumar in the chat. My experience with the exam, nothing to worry about complicated code and stuff. Have a clear understanding of the basic concepts. We should pretty much cover the exam objectives. Thanks, Arun Kumar, for your experience. So this is really interesting, inspiring statement. So don't worry too much. Just take your time to study instead of worry and don't doubt, just do it and you will succeed, because as much you spend time, as better the result will be, and as more self-competent you will feel yourself, and it will help you to pass the exam.
Exactly. Sometimes we should not think too much. We should just go for it.
Absolutely.
Yes, very good advice. Don't worry about it. Just study and go for the exam. That's it. Do we have anything to add, dear friends in the call, or any questions to answer? Because soon we will move to our feedback and raffle session. And just to stay within 2 hours of the slot, we still have 15 minutes to go. So, but if there is something important, I see Gurav want to add something. Go ahead.
Yes, I was just asking. I mean, that if we have any question, then we can quickly finish that question part. Otherwise, you can proceed with from your side.
Karen, this is Ravi here. So one more important point I would like to add here. So specific to a lot of, basic questions on taking the exam. So HashiCorp has provided the official, it's kind of a handbook they have provided. So possibly I can share that link.
Is it the study guide which is officially provided by Terraform, or is it something else?
Yeah, no, this is something else. They have provided, it's kind of an exam taker handbook and general information on the examination, purchasing, scheduling your exam, taking your exams. Also, a lot of basic questions will be almost covered by HashiCorp itself. Possibly, I can share the link over here.
Yes, feel free to share the link. And everyone, we will make sure to add all the important information to our presentation, the main presentation. And we will also add a lot of stuff to our GitHub repository, which is specially dedicated for Terraform Associate certification. So don't worry, the only link you have to know is to this presentation, and you can start from there. I received, Ravi, your link. It's somewhere ending with Zendesk.
Exactly, yeah, that's it.
Great. We will have a look and add it also to our repository and to our link set of useful links.
Also, a lot of people asked for the presentation of Shakar. We will also place
He's
it in this.
sleeping by now. I hope he's sleeping by now. He left already this call. We will make sure to arrange with Shakar to get his presentation and to share with everyone. Don't worry about it. We will also get a better quality of this recording for you, and we'll share it soon after the conclusion of this call. Okay, so if we don't have any further questions or important stuff to discuss,
Karen, maybe just one, not regarding HashiCorp, but it was a question somewhere in the beginning of the session. I think we had some newbies, not very, which are not very long time in our community, and we were asking what is this cloud study network and some basic information about community. I tried to answer this in the chat, but maybe you can shortly explain what we are doing and why we are doing this, and yeah, give kind of basic information for the people who didn't know us yet and got know us because of this session maybe first and joined the session, and maybe we will stick to community and keep visiting such events if you explain a little bit more.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe just a couple of words about the Cloud Study Network. This is a new name of our community. It used to be different. We are 1 year old, about 1 year old. We are a global community. We are non-profit. We are community of same people who are helping each other, sharing information, helping each other to educate ourselves and progress and get better, become better professionals. So if you are new to our community, just stick for a couple of days, join our chat spaces, which is on Slack, Discord, and also Telegram, and you will think, I think you will be very convinced to keep your involvement into community, and because you will have a lot of your answers, a lot of your questions answered, and you have a lot of nice people to chat about professional stuff, but also sometimes unrelated stuff, you know, from life. So yeah, it just we are into cloud computing, cloud native technologies. We are about stuff like Terraform as well. So pretty much edge technologies, everything what's on the edge, even a little bit like stuff like blockchain recently in our conversations. So basically everything, and we are open-minded. It means if you have any suggestions, any ideas, if you want to give a presentation about something what you are very familiar, like for example, like this session, we can arrange it in a matter of days, and we will record it. We will put it to the community, to all the newbies. I just shared a few moments ago in the chat, in the YouTube chat, link to our feedback form. Let me do the same also in our Google Meet chat for our members who are attending as speakers today. And we lost the stream again, unfortunately. I'm really terribly sorry for this. It has never happened before like this. 3 times our stream broke up, and we are trying to repair it right now. So until then, just make sure to grab this link, feedback. I call it feedback and Raffle. Make sure, please, to fill it out just once. Once is enough.
Karen, are you with us?
I'm with you and with
Okay.
everyone.
Yes, he's trying to establish connection for YouTube.
Okay, I see.
It should be the stream should be live again. I'm terribly sorry, but the good thing is that we decided at the very beginning of this session to record it. It means we will get the best quality of this conversation and all the session in a good quality shared with you just after this event, just in a couple of hours after this event.
Yes, it would be better to pass this information to everyone that it will be available. The recording will be available for all.
I did it a few times already in the chat, but yeah, I will, after the conversation, after our session, I will also pass it to all registered attendees.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, by now the stream should be live again, I hope very much. Let me just double check. Yeah, it looks like it's going on. Everything is fine. Okay, so everyone, if you are listening to me, please make sure I posted in both chats, in the YouTube chat as well as in the Google Meet chat, the link to the feedback and the Raffle form. Fill it out. It's not difficult. It's just your name, your email. We need email. We're not going to use it in any other way other than just to get in touch with you if you've won something.
Oh, we are having some raffle, you mean, right
Yeah,
now?
welcome to the cloud session.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's nice.
okay.
So people hurry up and fill the form, please, so that you can
Fill out the
participate.
form. We have 97 submissions right now, 98 right now, but we have much more people in the stream. So please go ahead. It will be nothing like after the raffle, you will approach me and say like, can I take part? No, you will not be able to take part. Other than you will go back in the past, and take part there. But just make good use of this chance. We will have 10 copies of the book, which will really help you if you win one from the author of a Terraform Associate certified guide. The same author has 2 courses on a plural site, which are available for free today until the end of the American day in Mountain Time. So basically, we have plenty of hours to go and watch these 2 courses, video courses, which are very high quality, each 3.5 hours. I'm doing it right now and will continue after the session. Okay. So let me see. We have 109 responses. Probably not everyone is willing to take part in the raffle, or already fell asleep.
Or already passed the exam.
And Karan, regarding this free plural site, is it only for the people who registered this weekend, or is it like existing?
Yes. Well, it's for this weekend. If you are new to Plural site, I think they have an offer of 10 days for free once you register. But this weekend campaign, which is actually also listed in our main PowerPoint presentation with all the links, This weekend campaign would not ask you for any credit card, anything. Basically, if you are already registered with Pluralsight with some older account, it will not prevent you to go and take new email and just get a new account, because it will not ask for anything other than just your name and your email. And make use of this chance. It's the whole Pluralsight is actually available during this time. It end of this day, end of today, but in American time, what is GMT -7 or so? I don't remember exactly, but it's listed there also in our PowerPoint. Okay, so it will be the last chance for everyone. I'm sharing again the link to fill out the form, because the time is running out slowly, and we will go for 10 spins soon. Posting it again. Also to our Google Meet call. I'm terribly sorry. We did have 3 times like breakup of our stream. It never happened to us before. We will see what was the problem, and we will try to fix it in the next sessions. Learn as we go. Okay. Now I think it would be about the right time to take all the 129, 130. Someone just submitted their name right now. We will take all these people, and we will have a raffle right now. And we will go through the feedback, of course, later. We will not do it online. Okay. Meantime, our dear speakers, feel free to chat a little bit until I prepare the names. Maybe those who will be attempting the exam also in the stream, feel free to, good luck to you. Not feel free, but just good luck to you. We are pretty sure that, and it was also told to us by HashiCorp representatives, that they're pretty sure that most of the people, like probably 99.99%, will pass this exam. It's absolutely doable. You just need to take a little bit of time to prepare for it, and then you are good to go. Okay. Okay, I will be now sharing my screen. Wow, we have a lot of names. Let me just show it to you. So, presenting my screen now. Let me please know once you see my screen.
I see.
Okay, great. So you see, we have a crazy number of names here. It's almost impossible to distinguish who is who. And let's go for the first spin. Unfortunately, these spins and are without sound in this case, but yeah, you will see at least who was the winner. We have a Raghavan as a winner. We congratulate Raghavan with this prize of 1 free book for the Terraform Associate preparation. The second winner is Irwan. Congratulations to Irwan. Vlad, I hope you are counting as well, so that I don't miscount.
Yes, it's already 2.
Not that we did
2 winners.
Second one. Okay, let's go for the third spin right now. Mayuresh, congratulations to you. Fourth spin now. Let's see who is the fourth winner. Arya is the fourth winner of the fourth copy of the book. Congratulations to Arya. Let's go for the fifth winner, fifth spin. Anuya. Anuya is the fifth winner.
Congratulations.
Okay, let's wait a little bit. We have again problem with the stream already. Fourth problem. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what's going on. We will see how to maybe use some other software next time, because seems like some software has scalability problems.
So we already had 5 winners. We have to figure out 5 more.
The stream is back on. The stream is on, Vlad. If you can post in the stream chat that if they might want to refresh the page.
Yes, I will do.
Great. We have 5 winners right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go for the sixth spin. Sixth winner. Zubair. We have Zubair as a sixth winner of the raffle. Congratulations to Zubair. The spin number 7. Wow. Okay, great. We have Sushma, Dr. Sushma,
yes,
as the winner of our seventh, right, Vlad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seventh.
We have still 2 more. No, yeah, 3 more. 3 more. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. Sorry for this.
Come on, you wanted to take the last book for yourself, right? That's why. Karen, are you still there?
Okay, we have Sadashivam as a 7th winner, winner number 7. Sadashivam, congratulations to you. We have 2 more copies of the book to give away. Let's go for 9th spin, to figure out who is the 9th winner. Piyush. Congratulations to Piyush. You will be getting a copy of the book, which will help you to prepare for the exam. And the last winner will be, let's see who will be the last winner for today. It is Tarun. Congratulations to Tarun. We have now 10 winners. We will announce, because we had some difficulties with the stream, we will also list all the 10 winners so that you will not miss it. We will reach out to you. We have your email addresses, and you will hear soon, right? Really soon, within a few hours from us. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everyone who took part today in this session. Hopefully, it will you will find it useful. It will help you to better prepare for this certification. We all are pretty sure you will pass it. If you will have any questions in between, feel free to go back to the community, ask your questions, and help the other ones who are also preparing for the exam. Stay tuned. So anyone from the call, if you want to say anything, feel free to do so.
I just want to say a huge thank to everyone who who participated today as a speaker and shared their experience. It was really very nice from you guys, because you took those 2 hours time and explained us everything you already did, what is behind you. So for you, it basically was not necessary, but it was a nice sign of you guys as a really community involved people who want to share their experience and want to help others. It's really huge from you. Thanks a lot.
So, okay, if there's nothing more to be added here, then I would say thank you very much for this session to everyone, for people who are attending it in the stream, people who attended it as speakers. Thank you very much. Let's stay in touch also after the call, during the next days. And yeah, have a great rest of the day and see you next time around.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Possibly we'll
Thank
meet
you.
in the next meetup.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye. See you. Bye.
Have a good day ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.